So this is another path that we're going to be talking about tonight is my friend Chris Conway. Chris and I go back quite a ways. We were working on startups together back in the early 2000s, and he has a very popular supplement store in the Gateway Shopping Center, and I know he's a guy who's always been passionate about health and patients. Anytime I had somebody who's looking for a remedy or something, I'd say you got to talk to Chris because he's a guy who does the research and really cares about people first, and the sales will follow. That's kind of, I know it's always been your philosophy, Chris, so I appreciate that. About a year ago, Chris and I were talking, and he was saying, hey, what do you know about this CBD stuff? And I was talking about how it's a component in cannabis, and, and it's in a lot of people are getting a lot of relief from it. So Chris did his research as he always does, and now he can probably teach me a few things about it as well. So I'm going to give you Chris Conway from Solutions for Health.
Yep. Hello, everyone. So thanks for having us tonight. So as Skip said, I own a store I've had over 24 years, a couple miles from here. And a lot of the work that we do in the store is really focused on specific diseases. I do a lot of disease work. So it's important to me to always find the best remedies, the best products to help people down the path. So as CBD and cannabis started to come to the forefront, I work with a bunch of docs, we decided to take a deeper look. And we came across a company based out of Lithuania in Europe that, based on our due diligence, has incredibly high quality products. In fact, the most advanced quality products that we have ever been able to get our hands on. So what does that mean? That means that the full spectrum produces what's called the entourage effect. So as you guys know, the CBD works on something called the endocannabinoid system that is full of receptor sites that regulate mood, sleep, pain, anxiety, things like that. So the data suggests that the more broad spectrum the product, the more effective the entourage effect. So that was our goal into getting this. So we acquired the rights to a company out of Europe called SatiMed, and we call it SatiMedUSA.com. So one of the things that's unique, I'm going to try to stick to these questions and then we can dig in a little bit. But the reason we got into this is because we're always seeking, the best tools to help somebody achieve an outcome. We published a book a couple years ago called After Cancer Care. We had a bunch of science writers create these protocols based on the science. So if you have breast cancer, here's the data that suggests if you're going to use integrative medicine, this is what you should use, because here's the data to support it. So we try to do that for everything we do. So to me, CBD is just another herb. No different than curcumin, and no different than any other spice or herb on the market. Obviously, I can sell CBD. I cannot sell cannabis in my store. You guys probably understand that. So did I have any concerns about making this move? Once, I got good guidance from people like Skip and understanding the marketplace, then I had no concerns whatsoever. And it quickly became the top selling thing in my store. One of the challenges, and we were talking earlier, is nobody knows really how much they should take. So one of the things we have is a help desk run by two physicians where we ask you a bunch of questions and we customize dosing based on individuality. So that's the other thing that's kind of unique to what we're bringing to the marketplace. As far as resources to make this move, it was really having my medical team say, this is the real stuff. Let's move this direction and add it to what we're currently doing. So we have a very good relationship with our friends in Europe. These guys, they grow it, they process it, they package it, so it's vertical. So we do it all. We have very extensive certificates of analysis, otherwise known as COAs, to show you exactly what you're getting in every dose of our product. As far as what I see in the industry, obviously it's getting incredibly crowded very quickly. We're not really looking to be a mass market product. We're looking to be a niche play. We are very focused on helping people with specific health problems. So what I see in the market is, I think a lot of it's growing, and there's a lot of players, but I think it's going to dwindle down to the best players because it's not inexpensive. And if you as a consumer are going to spend the money, you want to make sure you're getting the best stuff the best bang for your buck, so to speak. So that's what I see as far as that goes. As far as culture and trends, I'm really big on the future of healthcare. I believe the future of healthcare is self-care. I think a lot of our work is based on epigenetics. Epigenetics is how your diet, your lifestyle, and your environment affect your health. And what the research suggests is well upwards of 90% of all chronic diseases have nothing to do with genetics. So the next time you're at a family get-together and someone says, it runs in the family, it really doesn't run in the family. 90% of the time it does not. So you want to be aware of that and know that these tools can change your genetic expression in a good way or a bad way. So we're really focused on epigenetics with our protocols. So anytime you can take something that promotes homeostasis, which CBD does, that puts your body in the best position to heal. And that's what it's all about, right? You do all the right things, you get the best outcome. You do really bad things, you're not going to get so good of an outcome. And in a lot of ways, it's really that simple. So that's our focus, and that's what I see. I see the future of healthcare is self-care. And the biggest driver is cost. Unfortunately, not the desire to be well, but that's coming up quickly. But, you know, the more it costs you, the more you pay attention to anything in life. So our plans for the industry right now is we've been doing this for about 4 or 5 months. We have what we feel is very strong proof of concept at the retail level. And now we're going to go out into the marketplace, really direct to consumer, and try to create verticals and try to track outcomes based on individual people's individual issues. For instance, if we had 1,000 breast cancer survivors using CBD reporting, hey, this is what's happening when I've been using it, we want to start to collect that data over time and really show the power of it. But I think, you know, anytime you have a product as unique as CBD, and I will tell you, in all my years of doing this, nothing has hit the market the way this has. The only thing that's come close is curcumin, turmeric. For the, you know, so which, if you look at the data, I mean, it's just fascinating. I mean, but we continue to ignore a lot of data in this country because someone can't, you know, patent it or someone can't control it. What's that? Yeah, so I think CBD has tremendous opportunity to shift and to drive self-care. So that's really what we're focused on, and that's what I see the future as being. All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks very much.